Hello, good morning, my dear friends. It's a good morning. Uh, uh, I would like to bring one of the interesting topic which might uh, make you to aware what the world and the world leaders are not tell about you the COVID-19. A case study which I collected across multiple period of time and with my past experiences. I'll tell my qualification at the end. First, let's talk about the COVID-19. What you should be knowing about it. As a government, what you should be knowing about it. What the medical researchers should be knowing about it. What as an individual people you should be knowing about it. COVID, when it started, some part of the world, a small village or a small market, that's what the story says. It started, right? It started in a small place. And the virus, it came from source, I don't know, either it came from bat or some from some other species, not knowing about it. When it started spreading it, and the country identified that it's spreading fast, it's connecting people so fast than like that. One thing, if you find the COVID, it's not just like a Nokia that's connecting people. It's not in a simple connecting people, it's in the chain network that connecting people. When things happened, when who entered, when entire part of China was locked down, it was too late. By the time the people, those who are in the place and connected to the world, are living, move to every part of the globe, right? As soon as they enter, it's again the chain reaction connecting people of that virus started. It started spreading it own traces every part of the world, right? So there was a panic. There was a panic. How to stop the chain, how to break the chain, how people get impacted. So the only thing that time was when virus things connecting people, the world leaders tries disconnecting people. They made lockdown, isolation, various social norms, bringing multiple researchers, studies, how to break the chain, how to become the virus spread, right? Even during the initial point of time, there were various discussions how this virus will go, whether let the people get a herd immunity and get impacted towards that, or make the people stay indoor and find a vaccination and cure themselves. So there was various studies. I talk about India. It started in India almost March 2020 or the time towards that. So when it started, right, we also did various things. We did every part of the lockdown, every part of the stay, made lot of social awareness, and ensuring people not spread from other. When a one person impacted, not it gets spread to multiple fold, and all that. During the time, who recommendations or whoever the researchers recommendation, the variant one or wave one gives headache, fever, or body pain, or some cases vomiting, all the sense, right? So we were not so serious during the time, right? It's all normal. This kind of things every part of the Indian, every families come across. In the wave one, there were very less impact. People got it, and almost they recovered so fast. So with the food system, the normal immunity boosting food system, and few other help during the wave one, right? Entirely until it was back in November 2020, almost India back to normal. And it's like that. At the same time, some part of the Western countries and other countries were thinking about how this virus would evolve in the next phases, right? They were so cautious, and they made protect themselves for wave 2. They again, instead of letting all the people in loose, they tried to minimize them. They tried to minimize their movement. By the same time, they were finding the vaccination for all part of the places, how to vaccinate people. That's what going on. See, the nature of human is good, right? He gets betterment every day. It changes every day. But interestingly, COVID also, the severity as bad it is, it trying to manifold in multi-way, and it's become multiple variants. When China variant ended, the world again started with other variants like African variant, British variant, and all that. The world is so connected now in many ways, in business, in travel, in family, in tourism. In many ways, the world is connected in multiple ways. The people movement, you can't stop. Right? When India tried to stop everything all over the world, all over the places, when it brought down the chain up the curve, when it came to normal, it's ended. But interestingly, from November to March, we were never worried for how this will evolve, how this will change. Right? We let it in loose. We were so focused on election. Probably if we could have planned 3 to 6 months earlier, we could have avoided lot of impact currently happening now. It's not a problem. It happened. Let's think what should happen from now for the another 6 months. As for my big data case study, right now, first thing should ever that India should be carrying out is block the chain, making the people stay indoor, making the people wear social distances, making less movement around the world. And this variant is much more severity. As I told you, it's apart from body pain, headache, sore throat, stomach pain, it directly goes to the lungs now. In the wave one, we are not heard. There is a very minimal case with the lungs infection. But in wave two, it is in this variant, it has more impact on the lungs. That's why we are trying, struggling for oxygens to boost the system and making the people. So know about it. That's a case. So how this will move away for the next 3 to 6 months? As per my suggestion would be at least 2 to 3 months. Completely stop the chain, spread from one people to another people. Making the spread now is treating more people at the same time would be a trouble. So disconnect the people. When virus tries connecting people, you disconnect the people. Ask them to stay at home. Ask them to stay indoor or less people movement. Only the necessary items to move. So definitely the chain will come to the end. The spread will come to the end. And meanwhile, you can think of making all the vaccinations, what is needed for the people, entered to them. And again, not making them crowded again. There could be a system to vaccinate the people all the way and do it. And one thing which from my study, right, the COVID main attacking point is your lungs. The headache, fever, throat, all that, it can go away with normal medicine. The only thing it attacks is lungs. So know about it. So that's what we found severity of COVID in the wave 2. So what do we do now? Yes, we are going to block the chain, blocking the people movement, people staying indoor or less movement. So the chain, we will up the curve in couple of 2 to 3 months. So does it mean that the COVID ended? That is the worst part we did in November. November, we thought COVID is eradicated in India. We let everybody in loose. So next 3 months, once you try to disconnecting people, trying to vaccinate them, trying to boost the immunity, make your study plan, not like just watching. Plan yourself well ahead how the next variant, if any, going to come. There are various medical researchers, various medical institutes across the globe studying about it, studying about how this will evolve, how the next variant, is it what kind of variant it is going to be. So the virus nature is going to be evolved, right? So study about it. By these 3 months, you should have made your financial institutions like IIM, IIT. There are various genius talents lying down in IIM and IIT. They are giving world best to other part of the country. In India, use them wisely. Ask them to study about financial system, how India can manage the financial system for staying indoor for 3 months. So how this will impact the trade? How this will impact the people economy? How how